are not that person anymore. You are not that person that made those mistakes. You are not that person part of that friend group. You are not that person in that relationship. You're not that person anymore. You've evolved past it. That was in the past, and you are here in the present. And making yourself feel bad for past mistakes isn't going to get you anywhere. Judgment only hinders you from meeting your best self. Judgment prevents you from hearing what God has to tell you. Judgment prevents you from anything and everything. It prevents all joy because you're so busy back here worried about who you used to be and what you were doing, and you aren't allowing yourself to forgive yourself. But it's isn't it so interesting how we are so able to forgive others when they do stuff to us so easily, but when we do something and we don't like it in our own lives within ourselves, we don't forgive ourselves. And we use that as a reason to hate ourselves. But it's so crazy to sleep with yourself every day and wake up with yourself every day and go in the mirror with yourself every day and be with yourself every single moment. But choose to spend that time hating on yourself because of who you used to be. I remember when I was part of a friend group during my freshman year of college, and if any of them are watching, hi. And I just remember being part of that friend group, and it was turning me into someone I didn't want to be. I felt like it was turning me deeper into someone who gossips. It turned me deeper into someone that judges other people. And then whatever you do to other people is only going to reflect onto you. So me being so judgy of other people, especially around me, only made me more judgy of myself. I remember being part of a friend group and I just was not happy. And I was just forcing myself to try to be happy. And it was around people that did certain things that I wasn't really used to doing, but I was trying to force myself to do it. And I felt like being part of that friend group was making me someone who gossiped more, someone who judged other people. And I didn't realize at the time that me judging everybody here on campus was only making me judge myself more because you train your brain to judge, right? And I just think about how that friend group ended, and it ended in so much drama and the lies and people lying on me and perceiving me to be this person that I'm clearly not. But, you know, after it was over, I did initially feel relieved, like, okay, those people aren't my life anymore, we're not talking anymore. But then, like, what started to really settle in was like, it was the grief of losing the relationships, but after that, it was the regret. The regret, and then the regret turned into judgment of who I used to be. Because who I am now, I have boundaries. I've gone to therapy. I've done the journaling, the healing, the meditation, the all the stuff that you can think of, right? And I just think about I sometimes when I'm sitting alone, I'm starting to get these thoughts of like, how could you do that? Like, how could you do that to us, to me? How could you be part of this friend group that you know was making you a toxic ass person? And the fact that I was like in that friend group at all, it just felt like the biggest disrespect to myself. And I think I have many regrets in my life, but I think being part of that friend group, especially during my freshman year of college, and you know that transition to college is not easy because you're trying to figure out your life and who you are, what you want to major in, who your friends are going to be. Like you're trying to figure out all this stuff. And those are like very developmental pivotal years, or that was a time that was very pivotal and developmental, but I was using it to focus on people that were not good for me. I was using it to focus on a person I dated and just focus my energy there. And it was keeping me in this perpetual state of judging myself, you know? And now I'm just kind of realizing that I don't have to judge myself, and you don't either. But let's really like think about it. Like, judging yourself doesn't change the past, it doesn't change who you were, and it doesn't pay your bills, it doesn't make you get in a relationship, it doesn't do anything for you. Like, judging yourself and for what you did in the past, it doesn't change anything. And what I'm realizing is that I don't have to be judgmental. All I have to do is reflect on the situation and take out the wisdom. Take out the wisdom of like, okay, this is where I should have had a boundary. This is a time where I shouldn't have told that person that information. This is a time where I should have just been quiet. This is a time when I should have spoke up for myself. You start to just have that. But you can't get to that wisdom unless you remove all that judgment. And you have to accept that, okay, this happened. This is who I was. This is who I was around. And then you move on from there. Because judging doesn't do anything, you know? And the reason why I'm focusing so much on judgment, because that judgment is the reason why you don't like yourself. You don't like yourself because you don't like what you did in the past. But the past don't exist no more. It's over. The past and the future, they don't exist. The only thing that exists is this current present moment. All you can do is worry about what you're doing now. That's why it's so important to meditate, because meditation is a practice of reminding you to stay present. Only thing that exists is here. Your only power is in right here. You can't control what you did before, but you can control what you do right now. You can't control what you do in the future. You can just control what you do right now. And right now becomes your future. They say, I've heard the philosophy based on this, like the past and future don't exist, because when you're in the present is constantly becoming your past, and then the present is constantly becoming your future. Because every second that passes by, it's becoming your past, and then you're going into the future, blah, blah, blah. But with that mindset, you start to realize, like, oh, like, all my power is in right now. I just have to love who I am right now. And realize that that person I was before helped carry me and bring me to this evolved state of who I am now. And I forgive that version of myself, and I accept that version of myself. And I am worthy of having good things now. I'm worthy of being a better person for myself now. A lot of people, they don't even realize this is why they wake up every day and they feel depressed. You're feeling depressed because you're holding on to things from the past from before. I wasn't a perfect person back then, but I like who I am now. And the person I am now just would not exist without that person from the past. And if someone's constantly trying to remind you what you did before, you don't have to take it any type of way. You just have to accept it. Be like, okay, you're trying to make me feel bad for something that I said or I did, and that's fine. That's fine. But I accept myself. I accept myself from my past. So I don't have to feed into you and get mad about something you're trying to bring up of what I did. I accept what I did. And I realize that that doesn't define me. Like, making mistakes does not define you as a person. A good person can do bad things, and a bad person can do good things. That's like, it doesn't define you. Like, when people make mistakes, especially now with the internet, they make it a defining factor of who they are, like, at all times. And the best way to prove my point is, I want you to think about your partner. If you're in a relationship right now, if you're not in a relationship, think about your closest friend. And I want you to think about something that they did that you did not like, and something where you got mad at them and you had to forgive them for, right? And I'm talking about somebody that's still in your life right now. Think about something bad that they did and you moved on, forgave them. Now that you moved on and forgave them, it doesn't defeat the fact that they still did something wrong, but you acknowledge that it doesn't define them forever. It doesn't mean they're going to do that same thing to you forever. It doesn't mean they're a completely horrible person that did horrible things and they never were good to you. You know that's not true. Now that you've forgiven them, you've realized, okay, like, they made a mistake, they did something dumb, but I move on. Why can't you do that with you? Why are you not deserving of that? We're all just here as spirits in our bodies and just trying to figure out our way. We're all figuring it out. We're all making mistakes. So why wouldn't you forgive yourself? It just don't make sense to me. It don't. And I just want to leave you thinking about that. I just want you to sit in that and really think about, why am I judging myself? And how is it benefiting me? There must be some deep reason why I keep judging myself. It's something I must be trying to prove to myself. Before you guys go, I really wanted to read you guys quickly this poem that I wrote that fully encapsulates this message that I'm really trying to convey in this video. Okay? Your past does not last, only the present you. The future comes fast when the old meets the new. Compare and contrast all that you knew, and let judgment become wisdom in order to see life through. I hope you guys will like this video. Share it with somebody. Watch it 3 times. Smile, laugh, and enjoy your day.